What's up, Warriors Nation? This is Golden State Hoops, and I need to share with you something absolutely surreal that's happening behind the scenes at Chase Center right now. While most sports media is focused on the obvious headlines, a strategic movement of historic proportions is being silently orchestrated by our front office. Before I reveal this exclusive bomb, hit that like button, turn on notifications, and share this video because what you're about to discover will completely change your perspective on the Warriors' future. Let's start by analyzing the current board. Jonathan Kuminga finally ended the contractual standoff with the Warriors, closing a 2-year deal worth $48.5 million. But here's the detail that nobody is noticing. Why only 2 years? Why not the long-term max contract he was seeking? The answer lies in the financial engineering that Mike Dunleavy Jr. is masterfully executing. Seth Curry joined his brother Stephen in Golden State, adding perimeter depth. DeAnthony Melton and Gary Payton II are returning to the Warriors through free agent deals, joining Al Horford, creating a defensive rotation that rivals the best of the past decade. But this is just the surface. The real play is happening on multiple dimensions. Now get ready because here comes the information that will explode the NBA. Sources extremely close to the Warriors' basketball operation confirmed to me that there's a 3-phase strategy being executed simultaneously, and Kevin Durant is at the absolute center of this masterful play. Phase 1 has already been completed with the signings of Horford, Melton, Seth Curry, and the return of GPII. Phase 2, Kuminga's short-term contract isn't a coincidence. It serves as the premium trade piece that keeps the Warriors with absolute flexibility until the trade deadline. Phase 3, and here's the shocker, Jimmy Butler isn't in the franchise's long-term plans. The front office is building a trade package that combines Butler, Kuminga, and multiple first-round picks to bring Kevin Durant back home before the 2026 trade deadline. You understand the genius of this. While everyone thought Butler was Curry's definitive partner, he was always the bridge, not the destination. Let's dive into the numbers because here at Golden State Hoops, we don't do empty speculation. In the last 18 games with Butler, Curry, and Draymond Green on the court simultaneously, the Warriors show a net rating of plus 12.4. Extraordinary for any team. But here's the critical detail. This trio had only 47% compatibility in decisive possessions in the final 4 minutes of close games. You know why? Spacing. Butler, despite his brilliance, occupies the same mid-range spaces that Curry needs for his deadly relocations. With Durant, this problem simply disappears. KD can operate at any level of the court, from the three-point line to the paint, with lethal efficiency. Statistically, during the golden years from 2017 to 2019, when Curry, Durant, and Green shared the court, the offensive rating was stratospheric, 119.6 points per 100 possessions. For context, the NBA's best offense currently is operating at 116.8. We're talking about a difference that historically represents between 8 and 10 additional wins per season. The addition of Al Horford changes everything defensively. He provides the rim protection and switching that the Warriors lost. With Horford in the paint, Durant on the wings, and Green orchestrating, we'd have a defense capable of switching between zone, man-to-man, and press with surgical fluidity. Here's what my sources revealed about the timeline. The Warriors are operating with a very specific window. Stephen Curry is 37 years old and playing at an MVP level. Draymond Green, at 35, still commands elite defenses. Durant, at 35, remains one of the top 5 players in the league. The math is brutal and honest. This window definitively closes in 18 to 24 months. The front office knows this. Joe Lacob knows this, and most importantly, Curry knows this. That's why Kuminga's 2-year contract. That's why the surgical signings of veterans on short deals. That's why Jimmy Butler is being strategically positioned as a tradable asset. Every move is synchronized for a single objective: reuniting the championship core for one last glorious title run.
On the Suns side, the situation is equally clear. The Durant, Booker, Beal experiment is imploding. They're currently in 8th place in the West, fighting to avoid the play-in. Owner Matt Ishbia, known for his impatience, has already reportedly authorized trade explorations involving any of the big three.
Let's talk money, because this matters. Durant's salary for next season is $51.2 million. Combining Butler at $48.8 million, plus Kuminga at $24.25 million in the second season, plus a rotational player, the numbers work perfectly under CBA trade rules. The Suns would receive an established all-star in Butler, a young player with all-star potential in Kuminga, plus 2 unprotected first-round picks in 2027 and 2029, and a pick swap in 2028. It's a package that allows immediate rebuilding while maintaining competitiveness. For the Warriors, the luxury tax would be astronomical. Estimates point to $180 million in taxes. But Joe Lacob has publicly stated multiple times, "I'm willing to pay any amount to maximize Stephen Curry's window." The final rotation would be devastating. Starting 5, Stephen Curry at point guard, DeAnthony Melton at shooting guard, Kevin Durant at small forward, Draymond Green at power forward, Al Horford at center. Coming off the bench, Seth Curry for scoring punch, Gary Payton II for perimeter defense, Moses Moody for shooting, Trace Jackson-Davis for energy, and Lindy Waters III for versatility. This is a 9-player rotation where everyone has already proven the ability to produce in playoff games. No experiments, no bets on unrealized potential. Pure and simple winning experience. The possible reunion is causing seismic waves behind the scenes in the NBA. Executives from rival teams are already reportedly discussing internally how to counter this move. The Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and even the young Thunder would have to completely recalibrate their title expectations. Analysts like Zach Lowe recently commented, "If the Warriors can bring Durant without completely destroying their depth, they immediately become title favorites, regardless of age." Bill Simmons was even more direct. "Curry and Durant with this current version of Draymond, I'd bet my house on them against any team in the league in a 7-game series." But the most revealing reaction came from LeBron James himself, who in a recent podcast declared, "That Curry-KD duo changed the game forever. If they come back together even for just one season, it would be special for basketball." Guys, this isn't empty speculation. This is a structured plan being executed in real time. Every move the Warriors have made since July makes absolute sense when you understand the bigger play. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you trade Butler and Kuminga for Durant? Do you believe this reunion could result in another ring? And the big question, would this be the boldest move in recent NBA history? Or an unnecessary risk? Leave your complete opinion in the comments. And if you want to keep receiving deep analysis and exclusive information about the Warriors that nobody else is bringing, subscribe to the channel now, turn on notifications, and share with other members of Dub Nation. This is Golden State Hoops, bringing you the unfiltered truth about our dynasty. See you in the next video when we'll have even more revelations about this historic saga. Warriors for life. Let's get that ring.